Human resources really encompasses all aspects of the city.
This month on Inside Moore, we'll examine the role of the Human Resources Department at the City of Moore. From hiring to employee safety, we'll see why it's so vital to smooth city operations. And in a related story,
and I think it's great that you're in an organization where you can move up in the ranks, but I never in a million years would have thought that I would still be working here.
we'll introduce you to a group of City of Moore employees who have made their job with the city a true career. Stay tuned, we'll be right back. Moore first became a township in 1893, with a population of 100 people. It was originally called Verbeck, a name provided by the railroad in honor of a railroad worker. It officially incorporated as a city in 1962. The next year, it was labeled the fastest growing city in the Southwest United States. Moore is currently the 7th largest city in Oklahoma. The Human Resources Department for the City of Moore consists of only 4 employees, but in many ways it's one of the most important parts of city government. Its small staff oversees all city employees by providing everything from insurance and benefit guidance to safety training.
Human resources really encompasses all aspects of the city, from the recruiting to the hiring to the orientation, training, promoting, really all aspects of the personnel.
Of course, dealing with personnel means finding the right personnel for open positions. Prospective employees go through a lengthy process from the time they turn in their application. In the interview, the applicants are asked a series of questions while the interviewer rates each answer according to a preset scale. And if you think applicants who are already city employees get a pass, think again. Those looking to move up or just switch positions go through the same process.
And a lot of times employees think, oh, well, you know me, so they don't try to do well, and I always try to coach them to say, act like we don't even know who you are. You have to really sell yourself because there's other employees trying for the same position.
Personnel technician Kathy Wilson oversees the interview process, a skill she's honed over the years.
I really love interviewing, and I kind of feel like I have a way of knowing people, and I can kind of pick people out. For me, it's not hard, and I don't let personalities get involved or anything. It's like I want the best person for that position.
City employees also have excellent opportunities to improve their position within the city.
A lot of our employees, when they hire in as an entry-level employee and they perform well and do a good job, well, they're obviously in a very good position to move up.
We have several employees who probably had 3 or 4 jobs here. He started out at a low position and has worked up.
Human Resources doesn't end its work when someone is hired. The department makes sure employees are offered health benefits and workers' compensation when necessary. Much of the city is self-insured. Human Resources staff spends a great deal of time answering employees' questions about their plans.
It's beneficial to them that there is someone on site that they can just walk into the office and have someone to answer those questions, as opposed to just sitting on the phone and trying to go through an automated voice message system. And I'm here, just like I said, just walk off the street and come in and visit with me about any questions or concerns they might have.
Human Resources also works to make sure current city employees stay safe on the job. Through the Department of Risk Management, Human Resources is able to make sure employees are practicing safety standards on the job and eliminate unnecessary risk.
We identify the risk and then try to either eliminate the risk, reduce the risk, or insure against the risk.
Making sure each city department is maintaining a safe work environment is the responsibility of Robert Legrand.
I want the people to leave the same way they came to work. I want them to leave with all 10 fingers and all 10 toes.
Robert's job as loss control officer requires him to periodically check in with each city department and do an assessment of potential safety hazards in their work areas. If hazards are identified, Robert works with department heads and employees to make changes.
With my training that I've had in the past and my experience, I go out and look at work areas and talk with employees and do inspections of the areas and just look for things that's unsafe, and sometimes they're sticking out at you and sometimes they're not.
Robert also hosts safety training each month for city departments. Slips, trips, and falls was this month's topic for the Parks and Recreation Department. By going through the class, city employees earn what are called wellness points, which are added up at the end of the year for a potential financial bonus.
It's just encouraging you to be healthy and participate in the wellness program, giving blood, working out, walking, getting exercise, eating properly, checking your blood pressure, all types of things. They have a program set up, and you get points for doing little things like that.
Making sure the little things are taken care of is exactly what Human Resources is all about. They may not get much of the limelight, but in the end, Human Resources plays a key role in helping the city run smoothly.
Well, I think one thing that we're proud of, not only in our department, but as the city as a whole, we're very streamlined and I would say efficient as far as our employee base goes.
If you have questions about available job openings at the City of Moore, the city's hiring practices, or the Human Resources Department overall, contact the city at 793-5000 or online at cityofmoore.com. You may have noticed several new road construction projects underway around Moore. One in particular is making significant headway and should be complete by the end of summer. Santa Fe Avenue from Southwest 4th Street to Southwest 19th Street is being widened to 4 lanes. The project, funded by the federal government, is about 70% complete. More street construction projects are planned in the coming months. Check Inside Moore for updates on these and other municipal projects taking place in the City of Moore. An important role of the City of Moore's Human Resources Department is finding the right people for the right jobs. And sometimes the right jobs change over time. We'll meet several city employees who clearly found their calling at the City of Moore, having made their way through the ranks from entry-level positions to top-level spots, some with several decades under their belt with the City of Moore. That's definitely the case for Stan Drake.
I come to work here as summer help in May of 1974.
Today, Stan is the Assistant City Manager for the City of Moore, overseeing huge areas of operations.
My responsibilities is basically the infrastructure. I oversee community development, parks and rec, public utilities, and public works.
That covers a lot of ground, but when Stan first started with Moore back in 1974, this was his job.
Well, I hired in the water department just as summertime employment. I finished my first year of college, and I was reading meters or helping with check water wells, just whatever they needed done, I assisted on.
Today, Stan works closely with Moore City Manager Steve Eady at one of the top positions within the city. And he's not the only one to make it from the bottom to the top.
When I was at graduate school at OU in regional and city planning, there was a job posting board, and there was a job posting for an intern for the city of Moore.
And so in 1999, Elizabeth Jones, who is now the director of Moore's Community Development Department, started as an intern at the city of Moore.
I did call about that and had an interview with Mr. Eady, who was at that time the assistant city manager, and he hired me as an intern to do the block grants.
It didn't take long for Elizabeth to move from intern to full-time employee and eventually to department head, which in her case made a bit of history.
I was the youngest department head ever in the city.
While Elizabeth may have been the youngest department head, there's another department that has her beat on sheer years of service: Public Works.
I've been with the city since 1984. I started about 27 years ago. Started out at the Park Department under the direction of Ray Wyatt. I mowed the parks, took care of ball fields, picked up trash.
Cheryl is one of 3 ladies handling administrative duties in Public Works who has a long history with the city.
I started working with the city in 1988, but I started at the police station. I was the clerk for the records department, and I'd occasionally help out dispatch, or I'd go kind of like help the water guy.
The third member of this team is Carol Harris, who is the baby of the group, only having worked at the city for a mere 16 years.
When I came here, I was looking for a job with security, good benefits, and a family atmosphere. So I found it.
In fact, those 3 attributes seem to be important to most workers at the city in virtually every department.
I enjoy everybody, especially, I work with all the supervisors, the fire stations, the chiefs, the assistant chiefs, police, all the firemen, all the policemen, because they have to come to me to schedule their vehicles. So, but that I think it's basically the friendship I've come across with meeting everybody. Public Works, this is Cheryl. How may I help you?
And in each case, security, good benefits, and a family atmosphere are combined with a 4th key factor for city employees: a chance to move up. An opportunity that surprises even top employees today.
And I think it's great that, you're in an organization where you can move up in the ranks. But I never in a million years would have thought that I would still be working here, and especially in this job.
In exchange for all of this, the city does ask a lot from its employees. In most departments, Moore is functioning with far fewer staff than other cities of comparable size. This means each employee is operating more efficiently and effectively, which saves taxpayer dollars.
Team effort that we have with this staff, it's unheard of. I haven't seen it in this city before, not to the extent it is now. It doesn't matter what the issue is, everybody's willing to pitch in and help. And I tell employees, when they come to work, I said, well, there's something you need to know. The right way and the wrong way and the Moore way. And the Moore way is just to get it done with the resources that we have available and make it work.
And for city employees across all departments, that's exactly what they do every day.